Oh my lord. Y'all might as well kiss and wave those childhoods goodbye, because you will not be the same watching that documentary. If you haven't heard by now, you're obviously sleeping under a rock. There is a series about Nickelodeon, and y'all, they were telling it all. I even had my handy dandy notebook. That's how good it was. Now the series is called Quiet on Set, the dark side of kids TV. And you can stream it on HBO Max. The first 15 or 20 minutes, you're gonna be like, what's going on here? Now episode 2, oh my God. Because at some point in all of our childhoods, don't lie, we all wanted to be on all that. But you're gonna see everything that glitters, woo, it is not gold. Because Dan Snyder, the creator, was over-sexualizing the kids right in front of our eyes. And we didn't pay it any mind. And I don't think our parents did as well. Because they're trusting us to watch a kid's show. And for it to be kid-friendly. And this series is going to bring so much awareness to our childhood memories. That, for some people, it might be a trigger. Because I was even triggered by one of the scenes. Especially this one. Also, Ariana looks so different. But anywho, Dan the creator told Ariana to get on the bed and pour water on herself. It looks so sexual. And the fact that this was greenlit is even more wild. You telling me nobody on set, nobody, thought that was weird? Nobody? But even if you thought that it was weird, you couldn't say anything. Because Danny Boy here, you would have been fired. There was never a time that you could ever disagree with him. Especially if you were a woman. But I'll tell you one person he could not get enough of. Good old Amanda Bynes. And to be honest, Amanda really was the face of Nickelodeon at one point. She was the big star on All That. That's pretty much how she got her own show. Now, I would not discredit her talent. But when you have an aggressor like Dan behind you, anything is possible. And for Amanda, he made the impossible very possible. And you will see her story is a little traumatizing. Now, when you get to Drake's part, grab some tissues. It's going to get real deep and emotional. The moment Drake sat down, homeboy was triggered. You could tell he was very, very uncomfortable. And every single time he did a long pause, I was like, man, I am so sorry. Another thing you must understand about Dan. Dan was trying to separate the kids from the parents through a legal contract. If the kids did not want their parents involved with the business of Nickelodeon, the kid could sign a contract and Dan would be fully over them. We're talking business moves, the shows that they're going to be on. He was pretty much their assistant, but he controlled them. And he brainwashed the kids to make them believe that he was the only way. And if you want to make it, you gotta let go of your parents. Because I'm the one that knows what's best for you. He had parents crying, especially Drake's father. Drake's father was so triggered. There were so many lawsuits against Dan that I'm surprised that he was able to work there for that long. I'm surprised he's still married. And don't get me started on the black stars, because in the eyes of Dan, he was not too fond of them. And he made that very clear to every single one of them. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, just check it out. I'm on episode 3, about to go into number 4, and I make sure I keep taking notes.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love y'all.